All right, child. I had to come with this urgent message. Like, it was really uplifting. I love to listen to our ancestors being invoked, and I love to invoke their energy. And it ain't nothing that anybody can do about it. Okay. There's a reason why we were doing that. But I got an urgent message for people, especially because this gay pride month is coming up. And I believe that people have the right to choose their sexual orientation. Nobody has the right to tell you who you should be sexually active with. But from what the ancestors told me, and they are very powerful, especially right now. Um, Oya and Yemiya made it rain for several hours over here in Georgia. It was raining when I woke up this morning. It was raining when I woke up at the witching hour at almost 4 a.m. So, from what they told me, as far as like with people that go against you, people that are like your enemies, they were saying that it's coming from a place of sexual perversion. And our ancestors, they do not like the rape. They consider a lot of the stuff that these people have been doing as a violation. And first of all, um, every ritual that we even do in witchcraft, especially when it comes to kitchen witchery, that was our ancestors that taught us how to bring about those changes and those miracles, okay, that we needed. And basically, what they were telling me is that people that have perverted thoughts and desires, and if their perversions drive them, that they are going to be under judgment. Okay, because even a lot of the problems that I had on YouTube is because of a woman that wants to have sex with me. And they're constantly talking about, oh, you want to have sex with me, even though I never pursue these women. They're blocked in my social media. They have no way of contacting me, and I make no attempts to contact them at all. Right? All of this from the beginning came from perversion. A woman and her perverted desires. And they try to make it seem like that whole lesbianism thing, like it's a sacred thing, and it's not. I had a vision of these people, and they were in a place because they hate men. They do. They hate males. In fact, they want to be men. Part of the reason why they hate men is because they got hurt. So constantly it's a perversion. If you get hurt, you're supposed to move on. You're not supposed to just go and go and go for the rest of your life like that. Even I wouldn't do that. If a man walked away from me, eventually my body, my mind, my spirit is going to heal. And I'm going to move on because that is in the nature of a human being, of a divine feminine. If you notice, some of y'all are dealing with these people that have these sexual perverted ideas of you, and the moves that they are making is based upon that sexual perversion, strictly based upon that. And if that sexual perversion is at the root of the actions that you are taking, you are through. You done. No matter what you say, no matter how many lies you tell. And gay pride month is coming up, right? I don't, like I said before several times, I that is gay people. If they want to be gay and lesbian, that is their choice. You do not have the right to try to force that upon people. Whether or not you are lying and bearing false witness. I've had several women in social media try to claim that I want them sexually. Not only that, when it gets debunked that I don't want these women sexually, then they go and they tell my husband that I want everybody else, or that I'm a whore or a slut. Everything that they do is based on their sick perversions. And even some of these women out here, black and white, they have a sexual obsession. You are not supposed to be running behind somebody trying to figure out what they're doing sexually. You are moving incorrectly. You are broken. The ancestors are not backing you up, and nobody else is. Nobody. A man and a woman can do whatever they choose to do in their privacy. You are not supposed to be doing spell work to try to get people to confess to what they are doing sexually. You are not supposed to do that. That is considered an invasion. And I know for a fact that even some of the sexual information out there about me is people casting spells to make it come out. And at the basis of everything that they've been doing, all of the spell work, all of the rituals, is surrounded around perversion. You are free to do whatever you want to do with your person in the bedroom. They don't have the right to be sitting there casting these sick spells because they get off on it. They get off on what you're doing in the bedroom, and they shouldn't be doing that. That is literally against God. That Why do y'all think I quit watching porn? I don't want to watch nobody have sex. I don't want to hear nobody else have sex. I don't want to do that. And I haven't done it in years. I have not watched pornographic material in years. Wasn't really into it in the first place. You are not supposed to, as a man, have a picture or a photograph of another man's penis and trying to do work on his penis. You're not supposed to do that. You know why? Because the reason why you're doing that is because you're attempting to control that man. That's the reason why they have photographs of each other's body parts and they're constantly talking about it. Nobody supports or backs up what y'all are doing. Nobody. And if y'all look at your own situation, it's the same exact, and it's been the same exact. People in your family, your father, your father has no right to be obsessing over the sex that you are having with your husband. Your father ain't even supposed to be thinking about that. He's perverted. And as far as they see it, they don't they and that's why I've heard about a lot of different things that happen over in the motherland, over in Africa, in particular female circumcision. Anybody that's participating in that is cursed. The ancestors have cursed them. You're not supposed to do that. So it's a lot of stuff, that's on the extreme side. But for you to be running around here trying to control, casting spells, trying to control when and how somebody has sex, you are in the wrong, because you really don't have any right to do that. And especially if you a woman that feels like you're going to control other women because you feel like you stand in judgment of her relationship, because you have a perverted root at the end of that. You're perverted. Everything that you do is perversion, because you want other women to follow behind you, you're trying to force it, you are in the wrong, and it is nothing you can do about it, no matter what you do. And if you continue to move that way, if you continue to move in that fashion, because they've been doing it for years, it's gotten worse the past month or so. You are not supposed to try to feed off of the sexual energy of another woman. You are not supposed to try to feed off of the sexual energy of another man or woman together. And that's what they've been trying to do. And you for damn sure, if you a woman, you ain't supposed to be trying to control no man like that. I mean, I guess it would be okay if, if that man is your husband. But for you to just randomly try to control and manipulate a person's sexual energy, you through. You have no prayer. The ancestors are not hearing you. Nobody is hearing you. Nobody hears you. And I don't care if you go, I don't care if you have 500, 5,000 live viewers or 50 or 100. The gods do not hear you and they are not going to answer you. They're not going to give you what you want. If you running around here angry and mad because somebody wouldn't validate you by saying that they wanted to sleep with you or have sex with you, and you casting spells to cause problems in that person's life because they told you no, you are through. You have no prayer. As far as spirit is concerned, you are like a sick dog with rabies that can't find your way. Okay. Now, I think that it's obvious if somebody says, hey, you shouldn't be having sex with that person. That person has had sex with like 20 different people, and it may be some stank in there. Somebody might be nasty. Okay. I think that any woman has the right to tell her man, hey, you're not going to have sex with that woman and come back and have sex with me. That's different. I'm talking about these people have been trying to stop the communion of the God and the goddess. They have been trying to pervert everything. And like I said, there is gods that accept lesbianism and homosexuality. Why are you focused on these other people? And I spoke about this the other day because Gay Pride Month is coming up. Okay. I basically, what I told people that identify as being gay or lesbian, that I don't mind doing work for you. I don't mind helping you, but I'm not going to try to force somebody to be gay for you. I'm not going to do it because you can't force that. So they're trying to force people to be gay either through spell work, either through reverse psychology. Oh, women don't want you. Good. I'm glad women don't want me. Bravo. I've done my job. But in reality, that's not what it is, what's driving it. Also, if you a woman and you're trying to force another woman to say that you're beautiful, you're sick. You want that validation from that woman, and there's something wrong with you. No woman has to bow before you and say that you're beautiful. It's something wrong with you. You need help. You need spiritual as well as mental help. And we all know that's why you're angry and trying to pretty much hold YouTube hostage. It's people out there trying to hold YouTube hostage because they want people to validate them sexually. That's nobody's job but your own. And you don't have the right to try to alter or change the perception of how other people see people sexually. You're not supposed to be doing that. And any way they go, any avenue that they take, any road they go down, whatever tactic that they use, and unless you are not awakened to it, then they'll do whatever they want to do to you. But in reality, the result, like a woman sitting up here telling you you can't have nothing to eat, a morsel of food because you won't eat her coochie, or she want to make everybody think that you a horrible person because you don't want to lick her down there. Girl, bye. Or if a woman is online proclaiming that you, and I had a woman doing that to me last week, told people, including my husband, that I wanted to have sex with her. And I'm like, really? Why have you been blocked for 2 years in my social media? You have no way of contacting me. In fact, you're so desperate to make some kind of contact with me that you call my business line from various numbers. But I want you sexually. And honestly, that doesn't validate me. A woman wanting to have sex with me, no matter what race, doesn't validate me. That's not what gives me validation or makes me feel good. So something's going on here. We're getting the wires crossed here. And our ancestors are going to kill that lying demon, that lying devil for lying. Because they already told you don't touch. Quit trying to touch people's energy. Don't nobody want to be bothered with you. And you don't have the capability of being friends with somebody because everything is based upon a perversion. I have a lot of friends that I love very much. I don't want to have sex with them. It's not a sexual thing. You are like a predator or a violator. And then all of it is based on manipulation because I've never even told this person that there's never been any flirting or anything. I've never made any mistake. So it's weird. So basically, essentially, what it looks like to me is, and it does, well, there's black women doing it too. I don't know what's wrong with these women, but to me, it looks like white women are facilitating this forced lesbianism and forced sexual belief system surrounding black women. And it's a lie. And it's all for their validation and their energy harvesting agenda. They think if they come on here and say, hey, you want to have sex with me, that's going to open up your sexual energy and the most precious thing in your life, that it's going to give them a leeway into your sexual energy so that they can use it to buy drugs or some other purpose that they have. And we will never go along with your agenda. Your agenda will continue because, first of all, that's the weakest thing I've ever. But how do you get aligned with people like this spiritually? It's a mistake. It's a glitch. This is the obvious. The fact that I've even have to come on here and say any of this is a glitch. It's a paradox that somehow got created that makes no sense and has no basis of any truth. It's all been lies and manipulation and glamour, spells, spell work. So they can temporarily try to feed off of energy that they're not actually going to get. They may have thought that they were getting people's energy because I feel like God went ahead and said, you know what, let me help this person. They not helping you no more. The stuff that y'all been doing, y'all gonna have to learn a lesson. Y'all been lying on people for years, trying to make it seem like if you're sexually connected with somebody that validates you. And you are trying to form a sexual connection with somebody when you're saying that they want you. Like, I'm like, this is random. No, hun. No. I don't want anybody except for my husband. And most of us that are decent don't want that either. I don't want a threesome. I don't want to have a poly. I don't want to have a threesome. I don't want to swing. I don't want any of that. And God always knows what's in your heart. So that's how they created all of this mess, was by lying. Okay. It's a trip. And if you notice the people in your life, like when if your uncles is doing stuff, if your cousins is doing stuff, your male cousins, it's typically because they either want you or your man or both. They're perverted, they're sick. If your female cousins are super duper focused on your sex life, it is because they either want you, your man, or both. They are sick. They will try to lay down with their daughter's sexual partners. And it's because they have a sex demon. And that's so simple. Who allows a sex demon to take over their life to that capacity? To the point where everybody that's watching you can see it. Anybody with one morsel of discernment can see it. And then they'll say, oh, you just want that. No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants their lives to be constantly disrupted because of that. Nobody actually wants that. Nobody wants their businesses to be compromised, their jobs to be compromised because of you people and your sexual perversions. Okay. All right. That's all I got to say. It's almost noon. I got to go. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm warning y'all. The ancestors are warning y'all. Because the last time I checked, they told me that I was going to be homeless because I don't want to be a whore and sleep with several men and women. You can't never make me homeless because I refuse to give you my sexual energy. Even if you watch a videotape of me having sex, you are blocked from that energy. And that's the end of it. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Blessings. Bye bye.